Welcome to Married to the Boss.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
We hope you had a good week. We had a somewhat decent start to our week, so we're hoping for a good podcast for you today. Today we're going to be talking about an event that we like to support as a business. It's called Red Nose Day. And Red Nose campaign is a campaign to end child poverty and hunger and to help children throughout the world, including the U.S., have access to health and education and, of course, food, nutrition. So today we wanted to talk about that because that actually takes place in May. Last year, the event was a little bit different than the year prior to that. And I think this is the 7th year. Now for us, we have not participated every year. We've participated since 2016. No, actually, no, 2015, excuse me, I take that back. 2015 is when we first contributed to that campaign. And the reason why we contribute to that campaign is because their reach and their goal to help children who are less fortunate than our own children. And children, for us personally, are really dear to our heart, only because obviously we're parents and now we're grandparents and we love our children very much, and we've always just enjoyed having kids, and we wish for other children to have the same benefits that ours had as they were growing up. But of course we also recognize that not everybody around the world, including the U.S., have the ability to provide to their children the way that we've been blessed to provide for our children who are now grown and raising their own families. So Red Nose Day is one of the many organizations that we personally love to support, and as I mentioned earlier, they do support, it's a worldwide effort and initiative. It does get attention from many famous people. It's only because it's a fun type of way to raise money. And as far as how that works, it's really simple. We just it's called Red Nose because we convince others to wear red nose and allow us to capture their red nose moment. And for every person that we are able to convince to don the red nose, we submit a fund. We pay a certain amount and into a fund that actually goes directly to the Red Nose Day organization. And
where do we get the red noses?
Walgreens. Usually you can get them at Walgreens. Thank you for asking. Usually you can get it at Walgreens, but last year and this year they were not able to distribute those only because of COVID. And so they did, the format was a little different than years past. The format was digital, so so everything was done online as far as collecting money, and everything was a digitized campaign as opposed to what we did in the past. Now we are going to share a sample video that we did to capture our Red Nose campaign from 2016. We'll share the link for you to look at the end of our segment today. And but we're hoping that next year, 2022, we'll be able to go back to the original format, because this year is still digital, and we're gonna have to get creative. And as far as what we do this year, we'll share that at a later time with you, our audience. As far as who can participate, anyone can participate. You can raise money as an individual, or you can raise money as a business, like we like to do, only because we like to get a lot of people involved in that, and including our staff. Yeah, or you can also you can also just give directly if you prefer not to raise money and you'd rather just give as an amount that you're able to give. You can also participate in that way. And last but not least, they do televise. The Hollywood group does like a telethon, and they televise an event in May, and that's actually the big Red Nose Day event that everybody actually works towards to raise the funds for that. So May 2021, stay tuned to NBC. That's where it's aired, is on NBC. And hopefully you will see some value in supporting that organization that helps children in the U.S. and throughout the world address the issues of hunger, education, health, safety, and that's pretty much in a nutshell.
It is a lot of fun with your staff. I mean, we had a blast. So when you see the video that we did with no planning at all, it was just, we bought a bunch of red noses and provided them to the staff, and they absolutely went crazy with it. They had a lot of fun. And actually, with me, I really like to focus more on let's get work done. So to interrupt that work, to do red nose at first, I wasn't all that excited about it, but it turned out to be fantastic.
Yeah, we did. We did have so much fun that we like doing it every year. So yeah, I did enjoy that a lot. And I do look forward to doing another one where we can have others participate in a video format. We're not going to be able to do a video format this year either because of COVID. Just it's like last year we weren't able to do a video format. So we do have to get a little creative in sharing our effort and creating a campaign around the COVID restrictions. But I'm still excited about it.
I mean, you can get really creative, especially with COVID. You can get really creative with Red Nose. I mean, if you just, ship a little box to all your employees with a little red nose in it and say instructions to follow, and just, you could really have a lot of fun. Have them do little videos of themselves working at the home, working at the office, and putting all that together. You could really have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, what I'm thinking about doing this year to keep it a little bit more interesting is, and only because I'm not sure if I'll be able to get the noses out to everybody on time, but I will attempt to do that, including family. So look out, family. I'm sending it to you. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a red nose on the surfing pig, and have him float around in our pool, and also put him in different places around town, and just take pictures of him in different spots, and wherever I can capture him in different scenes is how we'll quantify the participation level, if you will. I'll also try and see if I can get people to hold the surfing pig, or let them, or set it next to them, strangers, complete strangers, just so I can, obviously wearing my mask, just so I can try and get as much participation from others.
And you need, wait till you see the surfing pig. So the surfing pig's pretty cool.
Yeah, he is pretty cool. He's cute.
I can't imagine with him a red nose, because the nose would be about a fifth of his body, but it would be...
I think the nose is going to be a lot bigger than that. It's a pretty big nose, but we'll just we'll figure it out. But I'm just trying to get creative here, and those are some ideas as to how you might be able to participate if you'd like to create your own creative video for your business, and get that good word out. If your business is the type of that's one of their core values, or core values is to give back to your community. That's a great way of expressing that, and that's the reason why we like doing that, without touting about your business. We don't like touting about our business really when we're out and about.
Not really.
No.
We don't like talking about ourselves either.
No, but
that's why we wrote a book. Eventually you're going to have access to that book, but for now it's...
Yeah, we'll share the details of that
later.
when it actually goes to print. But not to digress, again, to recap, today we talked about Red Nose Day. It's a really great campaign. It does, all the proceeds do go into helping children who are not privileged, meaning when I say not privileged, it's just a nice way of saying children who suffer from starvation, lack of access to water, education, yes, and this is worldwide. So
it really is, helps get your staff involved. I mean, use it as a value added fun benefit, if you want to call it that. And it goes on. I think ours went on for a couple of weeks, and by the time the video was put together, it was pretty amazing. So take advantage of giving back a little bit and get your staff involved, and it's definitely a different experience.
Yeah, it is. It is. I love that kind of stuff, so I'm looking forward to doing it. So that's it for today.
Okay.
I'll put the details, the links for the Red Nose Day organization, as well as our video, a sample video. It's not a sample; it's an actual video that we did for 2016.
Yep.
And
In-house video. We didn't like send it out. It was just ad hoc in-house video, but you should see it.
It was a blast. Yeah.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, I've enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
Okay.
All right.
Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Bye. Oh.
That's this week's episode of Married to the Boss podcast.